So we've got a couple of Brave Conquest events coming up. We can get 2 ancient crystals out of them, and we want to get those, but there are 6,000 points. So where do we get the points from? What's the best way to get points? How are we going to use our stamina, and how much is it going to cost? Let's jump into the video and find out. Hello and welcome. I'm Mystical, this is Misstical Gaming. We're back into Watch Our Realms now. I wanted to go over this, the Brave Conquest. We've got quite a few coming up recently, soon, where you want to look at it. So we've got quite a few coming up. So I think there's 3 coming up, and they're on for 4 days, then they're off for a day, then they're on for 4 days, then it's off for a day, and then it's on for 4 days, and it's a lot of stamina you need to get through. So let's have a quick look at it and see what we're doing. So if we are just planning on getting down to the 5 fragments for the shard, then it's 5,000. Where we want to get is the 6,000. That's the ideal point to get to, because we get our 2 ancients, and that's what we're ideally after. If you want to push to the full 12, then double up everything I'm telling you, but I'm essentially looking at getting to the 6,000. I think that's more achievable for players, and I think that's what we should be aiming for. So there's a couple of things we need to know, a couple of things we need to look at. So we'll go and look at them, and we'll have a chat over it as well. Okay, so this is how we're getting points on it. If we are, and I'm going to assume we are, at stage 18 or above on our gear raids, then we are getting 20 points a run. And now that's 20 points every 22 stamina you spend. So our target is 6,000. That means we are going to have to do 300 runs. That's going to cost us 6,600 stamina to achieve that. It's a lot of stamina to get through. That's 1,650 stamina every day to achieve just the 6,000. Again, if you want to go for the full 12,000 at the end and finish it off, you're going to have to double that up as well. So that is a lot of stamina to get through. Now, the other way to get it is through the meteorite fragments as well on AMR. Now, if you're doing AMR 18, that becomes much cheaper and easier for you to do. So AMR 18, if we're doing that, then we're getting the same 22 stamina cost it's going to take per run, so that's the same as well. Now, as soon as they bring in AMR 19, 20 and 21, where they bring out the gleaming fragments that we give, gleaming meteorite, the arts we can get, maybe, who knows, that's completely made up. I've got no idea if they're planning that whatsoever. It's just fingers crossed. I hope we see it sometime soon. Then that 2 to 10, that gets us a reward of 6 per fragment we get. So our worst case scenario would be 12, but maxed out we would get 60 points per run. So it works out much cheaper to do AMR 18 than it does anywhere else. So 18, absolutely the best place to farm your points for Brave Conquest. I believe you'll still be ahead of the game at stage 17, although these legendary ones are going to mess you up, and the same goes for 16 as well. I think you'll still be marginally ahead of the game. However, the optimal point you want to go for is stage 18, because stage 16 and 17 you're still going to get the legendary items, and they are going to mess you up. Now, when you get down to stage 15, I believe it drops off there, and you're better off farming your gear raids then. So just so you're aware of the stamina cost, this is strictly really to do with stamina costs, because once you drop down to 17, you probably will be getting better gear from your gear raids, as opposed to the chance of getting decent gear from AMR. So stamina wise, AMR is better for you to farm for points for Brave Conquest. So going ahead, AMR was going to cost us about 172 runs to clear all the way through to our 6,000 points. Again, if you want to push on through to the 12,000, you're just going to have to double that up. But it will cost you 300 runs on gear raids 18, 19, 20 and 21 just to get to the same point. It probably cost you a little less than that. I know on some of the gear runs you can get a double drop, but I don't think it's anywhere near as good as the points that you're getting from AMR 18, so bear that in mind. It will be a little bit under that, but I don't think it's going to be substantially under that. So if you're doing AMR, remember you're going to have to, if you're doing your gear raids, remember you're going to have to drop a lot of stamina in to get to your 6,000 points, which is what we want. So if you have a look at the Shard Summon calendar, not only have we got the 3 events there to actually capture 15 of the shards that we need for Eliza, which is brilliant. I really do think she's going to be a good champion. Looking forward to getting her. She's got invisibility. I think she's built in for Gear Raid 3, so looking forward to play testing that. But also, we're not only getting our 15 shards, we're actually getting a minimum 6 ancients as well, which is fantastic. Now what do 6 ancients give us? Well, six ancient is going to give us time to actually summon here. So we do want to summon here, absolutely we do, because here is our chance to actually get our really good ancient champions. This weekend, good champions on, let's not mess about. All of them are good, all of them have a place in the game. But then they've got the 15 times chance for each of them. Do you want to summon on them? Yeah, I think I will on my global account. I won't on my Forerunner account. My Forerunner is less than 20 shards available or summons from Pity, and I don't know. I think I'm going to save for the next Pope one and just pull my Pity on that. Or unless there's a new champion that comes along, who knows? Who knows where our power creep goes? So, or maybe I'll just get overwhelmed and go, ooh, don't want to miss out and have a pull. But it's a good banner. I feel it's a good banner to pull on. I've already got the Lord on my global account anyway, but Uridin I do want, and the Neptune one I do want. I do fancy him as well. I think it'd be good fun to play around with. So yes, I will be pulling on this banner, I think, for my global one. I haven't got many pull, but you know, you've got to have a chance. But also, these Brave Conquest events are going to give me more of a chance to actually be able to pull on them. So I'll have another 6 chances. I mean, it's very low odds, but at least I've got 6 more chances of very low odds of actually getting something. So that's a plus, I feel. So I will be pulling on these with the extra 6 I'm going to get, or the extra 4, how many quests are done on these as well. So now knowing that, there's our Brave Conquest up there, and we can now see below on the calendar the gear dungeon that they actually correspond to. So at the moment we've got the first one on at the moment, it is corresponding with the Lost Legacy Gear Raid 1 for us, so we can just go through that. Now it's a complete match, so there's not a great deal we can do about that for the next 4 days. If we want the 6,000, we're going to have to do 300 runs. 6,600 energy is going to be spent pretty much getting that Brave Conquest done, but you do get your 2 ancients. Now the next one, there's a day break before the next 4 days of it commence, so bear that in mind. Vault of the Sands. Now if you're doing Vault of the Sands, you may want to save as much energy as you can on day 1, or stamina day 1, so you can push on days 2, 3 and 4 on Vault of the Sands, which will correspond to day 1, 2 and 3 of the Brave Conquest. You may on the other hand decide that you really want to push in Gear Raid 3 and leave it to the last day of the Brave Conquest and chuck in loads of stamina on Gear Raid 3. Those choices are yours, but remember how far you've got to push. It is a total of approximately 300 runs that you'll probably need to do. Now the last one, we've got a day off, so you'll have a day off in between that. You can do your minimum amount of runs, save as much energy as possible, and then you've got your Brave Conquest starting up again. It's another 4 days. It's Gear Raid 3, which is good because you get good gear from there, or potential to get good gear from there. Let's be honest, it may not always be good. It may roll terribly, even if you get the good substats you want. Now, you're probably more inclined to put more energy into there, but you might want to remember the last 2 days of Brave Conquest are the first 2 days of Mystery of Artifacts, the AMR. So if you're up running 16, 17, 18 AMR, you may want to consider saving some of your stamina so you can push on there. Okay, now I hope this has helped you do some idea of where you're going to spend your stamina and how you're going to actually get A, the shards, and B, the ancients as well, so you can do a bit of summoning a weekend. And we all want a bit of luck with that, don't we? Don't want to watch all those Facebook photos of all the good pulls while you're sat there like that. Oh, I haven't got any. So make sure you're doing these, make sure you smash them out, because you do want to be able to get the rewards for them, so you can go on and get bigger and better rewards, and we do like bigger and better rewards. So that's the plan really, looking ahead. If you've got it, got the stamina, no issues to you. If you want to play diamonds on stamina, go for that if that's what you want to do, but just be aware it's cheaper to do it on AMR, and how many runs that you're going to need to do. You're going to need to approximately 300 to get the 6,000. Push on past that if you want to get the rare summoning crystals as well. Okay, right, I hope this has helped you out. Please give me a thumbs up, like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the video again soon. Cheers for your time. Goodbye.